Steps to Success with Women. In my book, 7 Steps, I outlined 7 steps to getting females or women. Now I'm going to present these, but in a more updated fashion. This is step number 1. Number 1, take the red pill. Yeah, I mean, wake up to the truth. When I say wake up to the truth, I'm talking about the truth in dating is that women do the choosing. Again, women do the choosing. That means that they choose whom they will let between their legs to fuck them. Get it? Now, let's just be honest here. Women do control their pussies and who fucks them, okay? If you think anything else, then this article or video probably is not for you, as you're probably stuck in a false reality. But look at it this way. If you were a chick, could any dude just walk up and tell you to bend over? No. If you were a chick, wouldn't you want a dude worthy of your pussy? Yes. Yes, you would. In fact, you would probably, when you're young only, want the hottest guys to ask you out. But when, as you age into your 20s, you would want a man with the most potential to be the father of your kids, right? That means a man with an education, a good job, or a professional man, as your mother probably pounded into your head to marry. That is if you had been born a girl. If you, the male listening to this, had a sister, it would be stuff you probably heard your own mother tell your own sister, right? Now, it doesn't happen all the time. No, it doesn't. Women will marry a man beneath them, one who is fat and unattractive, shorter than they were dreaming of, with that whole tall, dark, and handsome bullshit programmed into them. More often than not, though, that man will have some potential for supporting her and her future kids that she will pop out. Remember, it's a biological function and inner need of most women to produce kids. In their 20s, it becomes a strong urge. But in their late 20s or early 30s, it becomes a strong pulling desire to marry and settle down and develop a family. This is where reality hits them, and they settle for less than they dreamed of. In fact, that happens around age 25. They wake up to their true potential or pulling potential and the competition level in the mating pool against other women. They kind of wake up and realize, oh, I may not be able to get tall, dark, and handsome. Remember, time is on the male's side, okay? As you males age, your value goes up while theirs goes down. Because remember, most of you guys are going to college. That means you're going to get out and have a good job. That job will accrue benefits to you. You'll buy a house. You have a boat. You have a cabin. You have vacations. Your value is going to go up while hers goes down. Now, some women, they will get a good job. They'll be able to support themselves, but not all. Okay? Each year, also, younger and hotter, more progressive female models are rolling off the assembly lines all the time. And that's every year. The new 21-year-olds show up, and they are hot. Whereas this girl, she might be 25. She's been to clubs for 4 or 5 years, and she's getting a little soft. She needs to settle down. She's feeling that desire to settle down. Her mother's looking at her. Her father's looking at her. Where's my grandkids? Her church, her family, all of her friends are getting married. There she is. That means opportunity for us. Each year, they're hitting the breeding pools, and that's the younger models, such as nightclubs, bars, and college scenes. So each year, the competition gets stiffer and stiffer for these women out there. But despite all this breeding information, these women still do the choosing, okay? You've got to accept that. If you're going to understand the dating game, you've got to accept that and then start back engineering. Us males, we don't walk over and hypnotize them into fucking. We don't go over and say some boyfriend destroyers and they suddenly run from their boyfriends and jump into your arms. That's bullshit. In fact, if you have been laid before, it's because either she liked the way you looked, your energy or swag, or how you talked, or your potential as to why she jumped into bed with you. Okay? She chose. You didn't walk over and just say some magic words. Something about you she liked. Something about you she liked. That's why she jumped into bed with you or chose to go out with you. So you got to start with the back engineering from the truth. Not the truth that's spit out by the liars and the marketers on the internet. Now, getting back to the reason why she chose you, it could even be all of those reasons, which is what your goal is to become. All the reasons I stated earlier. Understand that she will have a reason for fucking you, though. Okay? The more reasons you have stacked on your side, oftentimes the easier and faster you'll end up in bed. Next, you are taking the red pill by actually looking at yourself. Because we're back engineering. She's choosing, let's give her something to choose. Right? If she's choosing men out there, let's give her something to choose. Now, this part is about waking up to the truth of dating, the game, and yourself. That's the hard part. But mommy said I was handsome. We got to wake up to the truth about ourselves and our real potential. Okay? If you're reading this or listening to what I'm saying, then you are more than likely not just a normal male who went to school, and somewhere in those 4 years, you got over your fear of women and asked a girl out on a date or even had a girlfriend. You're not one of those normal guys if you're listening to this video or watching this video or even reading the words that you see in front of you. Okay? You're not normal. You're one of the abnormal or outcasts from the dating pool. Sorry. But somehow, this whole initiation into manhood bypassed you. Because in high school, that's where we learn to go out and ask a girl out. We go to the school dances. We learn to walk across that whole walk of doom across the gymnasium to ask a girl to dance. And then she becomes our girlfriend if she likes us. Somewhere that whole initiation into manhood bypassed you. Either you were in the computer lab or you were some other kind of geek on campus or something like that. But either way, you missed it. You didn't get a girlfriend. So we got to trigger that manhood initiation within you and grow your manhood. Now you're on the internet looking for help on getting over what ails you in the area of women. Again, that's why you're not in the normal pool. So we must take an honest look at ourselves. We got to start with an honest look at ourselves. Okay? That does not mean a demeaning look at ourselves, but looking at our true potential for attracting women. Because every one of you watching this video has a potential that you can attract. It may not be the hot chicks. Well, obviously not, because you're online. And if you have that whole internet porn thing going on, your idea of a woman has to look like her, you got to get over that one. She might look like the girl next door. She might be a little chubby. But you all have a potential, a market of women that likes you without you even doing anything. Okay? You all have a potential for attracting some type of woman out there. In this area of yourself, you need to be concerned with, 1, your dress. How do you show up? Like a winner or a loser? Even in the black community, showing up in tennis shoes and sagging is not the sign of a winner. Even ghetto chicks likes males who look like winners, could go out there into the Caucasian world and win. Now, if you're African American, listen to me. In this country, you guys didn't get a real history lesson, but after slavery, black men entered the workforce. blah, blah, blah. They develop unions, keep them out of the workforce, but we still found work. Okay? It's those kind of males that black women are targeted to or trying to get. The working man. A brother that can go out there and actually get a job. Yes, the ghetto bitches do settle for ghetto thugs, but there's other reasons for that, as I've talked about before. Okay? Let's move on to number 2. But before we do that, ask yourself, do you have potential? Do you have potential in your life? Are you someone that actually wants to go somewhere in their life? Well, it shows in your dress, by the way. Even if you're a person that, trying to start a business and you dress like a scrub, nobody's going to take you seriously. Okay? So you got to up your dress game. Now, number 2, let's talk about your mouthpiece, which is your conversation skills. Can you hold a conversation, or are you quiet and creepy? On my Facebook forum, someone named Danny Martinez came out and said, when he gets around people, he doesn't talk. He gets shy and quiet. Night Shrouds took a more intellectual thing to hide behind because he believes that they're all beneath him. And that's not the right path, Night Shroud. To Night Shroud, who's within that group. That is definitely the right path. Because you come off like arrogant and you're hiding behind a big brain or a perceived big brain. And people who do that, we can see right through you. Everybody can see right through that, their Night Shroud. Women can see right through that. And it comes off as pompous. It's unattractive. People that sit there and don't talk, it's because you're afraid. You're afraid that if you open your mouth, you might look stupid or people will judge you. That's why I recommend Toastmasters to everybody. Every person that follows me should be currently in Toastmasters. Not went there and took it, looked for some hot chicks, didn't find none and got the fuck out. No, you should be in Toastmasters right now, improving your verbiage skills. Okay? Number 3, vibration, which is one of the most important, is how you feel when you're around women, to them. We all have a vibratory rate that we vibrate at. We all give off a vibe. And if you're a guy that masturbates all the time and you're not used to being around women, you will feel creepy around them. You will feel creepy. That's why I recommend all of you males, stop your masturbating, stop whacking off. I don't call it fapping. That's a gay word that's being popularized by weak men online. Just call it what it is, jacking off. They try to take the power, because it sounds just nasty when you say jacking off. So they try to take the power out of it. It is what it is. You're jacking off, you become creepy. You feel creepy when you get around women. You got to up your vibration game. Starts by being aware of this. Number 4, your sense of humor. Now this encompasses spontaneity, not being overly serious and nerdy. Just name a few things under sense of humor. Women like a guy that can laugh, that she can joke, that actually can joke with her, laugh at jokes. And since I've been online as a coach, I've seen some serious egghead motherfuckers. It's like at birth, they're already some big brains with no sense of humor. They came out speaking calculus to their parents. That kind of guy doesn't even deserve to breed. If you're like that, you don't deserve to breed. Please don't even try to have a kid, because you'll fuck that kid up. Instead, you could just go get hookers or something for your sexual pleasure. But if you have potential, you're more close to normal, I'm your man. Number 5, ability to relax around women. If you're uptight and nervous around women, then she will become uptight and nervous around you. 6, sex skills. Women demand good sex these days, and many are not willing to settle for bad sex from us males anymore. They will tell you, or they will not call you back. That is what happens within the pickup artist community. A lot of these guys go on dates, the chicks don't call them back because it sucked. The date sucked. The sex sucked. The fellas didn't work on developing good conversational skills. Instead, they tried to stack stories, which means they're running their mouths. And the best thing for women is they like to talk. If you're busy stacking stories, she doesn't get that need out of her to talk. It's better to just sit back and listen and get her life story. But getting back on sex skills, if you can't fuck, she does not want to deal with you. She's got to be very desperate. And yeah, there are desperate women out there that will take guys with really small penises that can't pleasure them. I've known girls like that have told me that. They're husbands. Okay? So it's not about dick size, but you've got to be able to satisfy them. 7, body composition. Now, most girls, they work out. They try to look good. So they want the same from the men that they let between the legs. Okay? Now, we do see chubby guys with girls. We do see fat guys. But those are the normal guys out there in the streets. That's not you. So it does not apply to you if you're watching this video. Again, you got to learn to realize who you really are. You're not one of the normal people in the streets. They go to bars, get in fights. You guys will run from fights, or you'll find some intellectual reason why you don't fight. These guys are normal guys with normal masculinity. Even some of the fat boys out there could get females. But that's not this market. Okay? Work on your body. The more of these 7 things you have on your side, the easier it is for you to get laid. Again, the more of these 7 things you have on your side, the easier it will be for you to get laid. Do I need to say that a 3rd time? I hope not. If you can't get it by now, don't listen anymore to this video or any of my videos at all. I'm not the teacher for you. Go down to Blockhead down the streets. Now, getting back on body composition, if you were a girl, who wants a fat slob, a fat boy? I'm not talking about a guy that's got muscle, look like a football player. I'm talking about a real fat boy. Big, fat, soft face, no muscle in the arms, no chest, just flab everywhere. Would you, if you were a girl, would you want that big-ass beast on top of you sweating? Huh? So if you're a fat boy, lose it. Lose it. You know you got to lose it. Why keep the shit on? Why do the pretending shit? It's not going to happen. There's a fat guy on YouTube that's on bodybuilding.com. He goes out after, he's Caucasian, so a lot of them in this community, they go after Asian chicks. Okay. He fails every time. Asian girls are very tiny, petite. He's a big, fat, 6'3" fat slob. That's scary. That's worse than Bubba, 6'4", muscular, big black dude. Okay? There's nothing you can do about the color of your skin or your height. Saying that again, there's nothing you can do about the color of your skin or your height. So get over it. Get over it. So just let those issues, not Geo, but go. Okay? Now, it's amazing how many males get stuck on stupid over shit that is out of their control, instead of worrying about the things they do or can control. They worry about the shit they can't control, like their height. They're reading books on or programs on how to gain an inch. Jeez. Worry about the stuff that you can control, not the shit that's out of your control. That is so stupid. Items 1 to 7 are the things you can work on and improve. Those things that will make you look better in the game, no matter what height you are, as I talked about. one of my students named Grease 2000, his father was 5'2", his mother was almost 6 feet tall, and his father had other women. Okay? He was 5'2", and he ruled in his house. Work on the things that you can control. Even an ugly guy can improve his looks. Yes. He can get a haircut that optimizes facial structure. He can get contacts instead of Coke bottle bottoms for glasses. He can dress like a winner or a businessman to up his potential. He can lose 40 pounds of fat and look like a Greek god. Yes. Those things you can control. There is so much that we can do to look better. It's not even funny. Getting the right colors that match your skin, your hair, and your eye color to make you pop. Again, that's what my girlfriend does. She does consultations at howtodressformen.com. You go in there, you come out with the right colors, the right clothes. Boom. That's part of one of the skills that you need. It's done. It amazes me how many idiots on YouTube, and I mean idiots. Sorry for the strength of my voice, vehemence, disdain, but I've been dealing with these idiots for such a long time on YouTube. I think they are stuck, not suck, they do suck, but stuck as they are, so now they're going their own way. So many of these weird factions pop up of men who just gave up. Well, I'm overweight. There's nothing I can do about it. Well, I'm unattractive. There's nothing I can do about it. So I'm going to just go my own way. And you know what? I applaud them. Because I don't ever want to deal with them. Don't even try to come to me for help with that kind of attitude. You belong where you are. But with just some simple changes, fellas, you can create miracles. Yes. You can. So stay tuned for our next series of videos on our steps to success with women. Okay?